Ready, set, go!
In this video, we're going to discuss the leaderboard screen. And in order to do so, I'm going to pop off some rabbits here. So I'm going to get 9 rabbits. I'll show you why. If I press H, it brings up the leaderboard. The top score is 8. So I want to get 9 so I can show you the top score. I'm going to pop off a few more of these. I like to wait until they stop moving. Sometimes you can get them on the run though. That's 9. Okay, so that's good. And if I press the H key, now I've got the top score, which is 9. Okay, so let me show you how that works. So in order to show you that, the first thing I want to show you is the setup of those variables. So we're back at the storyboard screen. We're going to go into the predefined in-game HUD screen. And this is where we're going to create our variables. In order to create a user-defined global, you click this button here. And that adds a new value. And you can give it a name. Now, I often give it a funny name, my mojo, just for demonstration purposes. It doesn't really matter what you call it as long as it's unique and it doesn't conflict with any predefined user globals, right? And then be sure to click the enter button to save that in memory. If you don't do that, then it doesn't actually create the value. So be sure to create it and press enter, and that'll create, and you'll see it show up here with a predefined value of 0. You can change that to whatever you like. So maybe it's their money and you want them to start out with 500. That's fine. You can just set that to 500 to start. So that's how I created these variables here. So you can see I've created a number of them. I've created game kills, level kills, and then the high score 1 through 5, HS5, HS4, etc. Now, level kills is going to be the number of kills I got on that particular level. So it's keeping track of all 9 kills that I got as I was firing. And then game kills is going to be the one down here, and that's going to keep track of the total game kills. So as I progress from level to level, it's taking the number that I got in the level kills and adding it to my game kills, and then setting level kills back to 0 so that the next level starts 0 and you can continue to add on. But you're just accumulating points globally for the end of the game. And then you have your high score variables, which I'll show you how to use here in the next screen. Let's pop out of here. Now you want to create a custom HUD. So you just over here in this section, you'll click add a new HUD, and that creates a little blank HUD screen. You go in there and just change that any way you want to. This is my leaderboard screen for Hoppy Hunting, which is a game that I will release very soon as I can. But you can see that the scores are referenced here. So HS1, high score 1, high score 2, and so on. These are just labels, I think, just to kind of show you. Unfortunately, right now, we can't have a leaderboard that would allow you to like put in your initials like the old arcade games. That just doesn't exist today, but it's something that's being considered for the future. But for right now, you can just list the last 5 top scores. So those are referenced here. So now we have the user global defined, and we have it referenced on the leaderboard, but we need one more piece, and that is going to be in the levels. And of course, it'll be on each level. So you'll want to make sure it's set up on each individual level. And I just picked one random object in the level. It doesn't really matter what you assign it to, but you do want that object to always be active. So that way, depending on the kind of game you're making, if you move away from it, you don't want it to stop keeping track of the score. So you always want it to be active. In my case, my guy's sitting in one spot. He's not moving around. So this distance probably would be okay, but just as a precaution, I've ticked that box. And we have our leaderboard behavior here. And this is where you reference the variables that you've created before. So the current score global, which is the score for the current level, the total score global, which is, like I said, the game score, game kills. And then of course the globals that are referring to the high score number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then the last thing you need to know is which HUD screen should this show up on. And if you'll recall, I created a new HUD screen, and that HUD screen has a number. Let me just click back to that screen real quick. Oops, went too far. Here, it says HUD screen number 2. So as long as you're referencing right there, whatever that says, so if you have multiple HUD screens, just make sure you're referencing the correct one, then that's where it will send that information to. And then you have a couple more tick boxes here. You have a tick box to display at start. So when the level starts, do you want the HUD screen to be visible immediately? Kind of a odd use case, but it could happen. So you have that option there. And then you have reset total score. So you'll notice that in this case, reset total score is true, right? Ticked. And that's because this is level 1. So we want to start with a fresh, clean slate. But we wouldn't want that on level 2. So if we go, let me just navigate back to level 2. Okay, find that. You'll notice this one is not ticked, right? Because at this point we've progressed to level 2. So we wouldn't want to reset, because otherwise we would have lost any score that we got on level 1. And you don't want to do that on any other screens. You really want that on the first screen, the first level, so that you start with a fresh score. And then at the end of the game, you have your total score. But that's it. That's the leaderboard explained. And if you enjoyed the video, or if you learned anything new, please be sure to click the like button down below. If you're new here, or if you just haven't subscribed yet, we'd love to have you stick around. And lastly, if you'd like a notification for whenever a new video is posted, I always say I don't really keep a regular schedule, and here lately it's been kind of hit or miss. So if you'd like a notification from the new videos, just click the bell icon, and that'll let you know when a new video is ready. Thanks so much for watching all the way through, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey, don't forget there's a written guide for every behavior, including ones I haven't yet covered on this channel. And if you want to learn some more, why don't you check out this video next.